Welcome to an exciting segment of Math with Miss Bennett. Today I'm going to look at solving some word problems with you. Ashley bought embroidered fabric for $8.17 per yard. He purchased 5.5 yards and got some thread for 45 cents while at the store. How much did he spend? Well, we're looking for how much Brady spent. We know the fabric costs $8.17 per yard. He got 5.5 yards, and they also got some thread for 45 cents while he was there. We know we need to find the cost of the fabric, and we need to add the thread. So let's do the math. To find the cost of the fabric, we're going to need to multiply. 8.17 times 5.5. 5 times 7 is 35. Carry the 3. 5 times 1 is 5. Plus 3 is 8. 5 times 8 is 40. We no longer need that. Our placeholder 0. And because we're multiplying by 5 again, we can actually copy what we've got. Now we're going to add the two rows. 5 plus 0, 5 plus 8, 8 plus 1, 4, and 4. I see 3 decimal places in my problem. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to put 1, 2, 3 decimal places in my answer. Now I do need to be careful because I don't want to use more than 3 decimal places, or excuse me, more than 2 decimal places in money. So here I have $44.93. Look next door, I see a 5. That means I'm going to round this up to $44.94. And once I've done that, I simply need to add the cost of the thread. So I'm just going to grab that 45-cent thread and add it on. 4 plus 5, 9 plus 4, 4 plus 1, and 4 plus nothing. The cost of the trip was $45.39. If we want to use estimation to check the reasonableness of our answer, we'd want to round that $8.17 to about $8 and that 5.5 to about 6. So it'll be $8 times 6 plus almost 50 cents for the cost of the thread. 8 times 6 is 48, plus that 50 cents means that my answer should be close to about $48.50. And if you take a look, we've got a pretty good estimate for the answer we got. Mina is getting scarves for her family members for the holidays. She spent $153.04 on 17 scarves with a shipping fee of $5.99. How much did each scarf cost? We need to know the cost of each scarf. We're aware that she bought 17 scarves. This is what she spent, and the shipping fee was $5.99. Assuming that the shipping fee was added on, we need to know how much of the money was it before the shipping fee, assuming that the $5.99 was already a part of the $153.04. We also need to divide to find the cost of a scarf. So let's take a look at this problem. Starting off, we're going to need to subtract. If the $153.04 includes the shipping fee, we're going to need to remove the shipping fee before we can do any division. So we're going to have to borrow from the from that 4, because we can't subtract 4 and 9. So the 4 is going to become 14, add a 10. We can't get the 10 here, so that 0 will become 9. But we can get the 10 here, making that 2. So we have 14 minus 9 is 5. 9 minus 9 is 0. 2 minus 5 isn't going to happen, so I'm going to borrow from the 5 and make this 12. 12 minus 5 is 7. 4 minus nothing is 4, and 1 minus nothing is 1. So that is the cost before the fee. Now that we know that $147.05 was spent on just the scarves alone, we need to divide. I'm going to have to do some erasing to make space. Now I have the space to divide. I know that I need to take $147.05 and divide it by 17. So I'm going to check to see if I have any decimals in my divisor. The divisor is this number right here, outside of the house. The number we're dividing into, or dividing by. This number has no decimals, so I don't have to do any manipulating. I can just take the decimal that's in my problem and carry it straight up. Now I can do the math. I can say 17 won't go into 1, 17 won't go into 14, but 17 will go into 147. I'm going to estimate with 150 divided by 20, which I know is 7.5. So it's going to fit about 7 times. So I'm going to do 17 times 7. 7 times 7 is 49. 7 times 1 is 7, plus the 1 is 11. Now, I'm afraid to subtract 119 from 147 because I might have more than 17 left. So I'm going to go ahead and check 17 times 8 by adding another 17 to 119 just to be sure. That looks much better. So we're going to say 17 fits in 8 times, and 8 times 17 is 136. We need to subtract. 7 minus 6 is 1. 4 minus 3 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. And we got 11. 11 is less than 17, so we did good. We always want that subtraction to come out as less than our divisor. Now I'm going to bring this down here and continue. How many times will 17 go into 110? I know it can't be more than 17 times 7. So 17 times 6 would basically take the 119 and subtract 17, which is 102. And I think that's perfect. So 6 times 17 is 102. If we subtract, we get 8. I can just count up from 102 to 110 is 8. And then I got 8, which is less than 17, my divisor, so I'm good. Bring down the 5. And then 17 going into 85 is a bit more difficult. I know it's going to be less than 6. I'm going to check 17 times 5. 5 times 7 is 35. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8, and we did it. So I know that the 17 scarves that sold for $147.05 to total each cost $8.65. And since I know I've already taken out the shipping cost and my division was accurate based on my multiplication, I know that that was the cost of each scarf. Brady enjoys spending money at the hardware store. He bought a wrench for $9.63, a nail gun for $28.01, and a dozen nails for $4.49. If he pays with 3 $20 bills, how much change will he get? There's a couple of steps we need to solve this problem. First of all, we need to realize that we are looking for the change, which means at some point we're going to have to subtract. Probably at the end. We also know that we've got the wrench for $9.63, the nail gun for $28.01, and the dozen nails for $4.49. In this case, though, it doesn't say that the nails cost $4.49 each. So that isn't important. It's just nails for $4.49. So I'm also going to need to add the items. But before I can subtract, I need to know that 3 20s is $60. Let's do the math. I'm going to start with the nail gun because it has the most digits. I like to put that on top when I add. Then I'm going to add in the wrench. And then I'm going to add in the nails. So I have 1 plus 3 plus 9 is 13. Carry the 1. 6 plus 4 is 10 plus 1 is 11. Keep that decimal straight down. Carry the 1. Then I need to add 1 plus 9 is 10. 8 plus 4 is 12. 10 plus 12 is 22. carry the 2. Then the two 2's added together is 4. I know that the total cost of the items was $42.13. So I got that done. I already know that my 3 $20 bills is $60, so I simply need to subtract $60 minus $42.13. Let's be careful as we subtract. We don't have enough in the 0 to subtract, so we're going to have to borrow. But we have to keep borrowing straight across until we can actually borrow. So the zeros in between the 10 and the number we've borrowed from are all going to become a 9. 10 minus 3 is 7. 9 minus 1 is 8. 9 minus 2 is 7. And 5 minus 4 is 1. If you ever get nervous that you didn't do that subtraction correctly, you can always go back and add the two numbers. Add the answer for your subtraction, the difference, to the number you subtracted, and you should get 60. In this case, though, we've done the math we need to do. We added up our items. We subtracted those items from the $60 bill. We could check our work. And if we look at this with reasoning, if you're buying it with $60, you need to come out with less than $60. This is roughly $30 plus $10 plus $5, which should come out is roughly $45. And we got roughly $45. Approximately $45 subtracted from 60 would be about $15. And our answer is a little bit more than $15. So our answer makes sense. The change that Brady gets is $17.87. The key thing to remember when you're solving multi-step decimal problems is you need to carefully pay attention to what steps you need to do. You will need to add, subtract, multiply, or even divide, sometimes more than one step per problem. I hope this really helps with your assignment, and I hope to see you guys again very soon.